Hey everyone, this is Parker, and welcome to part 3 of the Getting Started with Insurely series. In the last few videos, we've gotten an account set up for John Doe here, and we've gotten him subscribed to Insurely. In this video, we're going to go step by step on how to get his page set up. So the first step here is to make sure that you're actually on my page, and the easiest way to get there is to hit my page up there in the header. Once you're there, your screen should look something like this. Now, before we get started, let's actually see what John Doe's page looks like right now. I'm going to do that by hitting that See My Page button over there at the top left. And as we can see, his page is looking pretty sad right now. We have his name, we have his email, and that's about it. That's not going to do us very much good for sending this to people, to clients, anyone who has this link. So let's go ahead and fix that. So just another quick heads up before we get started, this button with the squares right here is to copy your link, which you can also see right here if you need to quickly send it to someone. And this change code button will change your code. If you remember in part 1, we made John Doe's unique code John Doe. Let's say he wanted to change that to John or anything else that isn't taken by another Insurely user, he could do it right there. One thing to keep in mind with that is the John Doe link would no longer work, so you would have to make sure that you are sending your new link if you choose to do that. We're not going to do that today, and we're going to continue on with setting up John Doe's page. So themes will be covered in the next video, so we're going to skip that and go straight to your information. This is where you're going to put your profile photo, your phone number, and your biography. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Change Profile Photo here. I'm going to select John Doe's profile on my PC, and I'm going to upload that. Right away, there we go. John Doe's photo shows up, and if we scroll up to where that white circle was, it's now his profile picture. Perfect. John Doe has a phone number that he wants to show on his page, so I'm going to put that in real quick, and I'm going to hit save. For this example, we're going to say that John Doe is an insurance agent, so let's give him a short biography. There we go, short and sweet. And I'm going to go ahead and hit save on that. So now that we have that information in, let's go back to John Doe's page and let's see what it looks like now. And just like that, all that information we put in is immediately there on the page. Now we have John Doe's picture, we have his phone number, and we have the bio that we put in. Now, it is important to keep in note that if there is something that you do not want on your page, all you have to do is keep it blank. For example, let's say that John Doe decides, I don't want my phone number to be public, I don't want this on my page. All he has to do, go to where he put it in, clear it out, hit save. Let's see what his page looks like now. Just like that, immediately updates, the phone number is gone from his page. One other thing to mention while we're here is that any changes you make to your page will immediately update live onto your profile. All right, so now that we got John Doe's information in just the way that he wants it, let's go ahead and move on to links. Links is where you put in any link to an external website that you would like. It could be something like your Google Calendar, your social media, a website on information on a topic that might be related to your career. It can really be anything you want. So let's start at the top. This box that says meeting room, this is where you're going to put a link to like a Whereby or a Zoom room, something like that. And I will show you, let me put a dummy link in here, what this box will do. So I'm going to put in example.com just because I don't have an actual Zoom room, stuff like that for this tutorial. So now that I've put that in, I'm going to make sure I hit save links. Every time you update something in here, you want to hit the Save Links button. And I'm going to go ahead and refresh John Doe's profile and see what happens. Oh, well now it updated itself, and there's a button that says Join My Room. And if I hover over that, you can see down there in the bottom left corner, it's going to example.com. Moving on from that, we have Calendar. This is for stuff like Calendly, Google Calendar, anywhere that someone may schedule a time for a service or a meeting, anything like that with you. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this example.com, put it down here, hit Save Links again, and let's see what this does to John Doe's page. Oh, Now beside join my room, we have something that says schedule meeting, and we can see that that is also going to example.com. All right, so John Doe, he has his meeting room, he has his calendar, but John Doe is an insurance agent that does a lot of stuff. And on his page, he wants to show off all the stuff he does. So in that case, that is where your services comes into play. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this new button under your services, and you'll see that we can give this service a name and an optional link. So let me fill some information in here real quick. All right, so John Doe wants to show off that he provides life insurance and living benefits. For life insurance, he didn't really have a link or anything that he wanted to show off to it. He just wanted to show that he does it, so link was kept blank. For living benefits, he did have a website he wanted to link to where people can get more information, so he went ahead and put that link in. Again, for this example, we're just going to use example.com. So let's go ahead, save links again, and see what this does to John Doe's profile. And just like that, we have a drop-down that says My Services. If we hover over this, we can see life insurance and living benefits. If we click into life insurance, we can see that this Go box has been disabled because he did not put a link in. If we choose living benefits and hover over Go, you can see it's going to example.com. Now we'll go ahead and move on to your other links. This is for anything that may not be applicable in the above that you still want to link to. So, the same as your services, I'm going to hit this new button on your other links, and I'm going to fill out some of this information. All right, so we've gone ahead and filled out some information for John Doe. He is linking to his Facebook account. He's linking to a website where people can apply to work for him, and just a quick brochure on his living benefits. So let's go ahead, hit Save Links, and see how this updates John Doe's profile. Just like that, we can see that my link shows up. We have Facebook, living benefits brochure, and work for me. And when you choose one of these, it will link to the appropriate website that John Doe put in. Now, let's say, for example, that John Doe changes his mind. He doesn't want services on there. All he would have to do is remove those, hit Save Links. Let's refresh his page. And you can see that My Services disappears just like that. It updated instantly after we hit the Save button. All right, so now that John Doe's links are looking good, let's go ahead and move on to licenses. So John Doe, being an insurance agent, has a license in Arizona and Ohio for insurance. So we're going to go ahead and go to this Choose a Category dropdown, go to Insurance, and hit New. This adds a new insurance license onto John Doe's page. We're going to look under Type, and there's Arizona, and we'll go ahead and put in John Doe's Arizona license. We want to add another insurance license, so let's go ahead and hit New. Since he's also registered in Ohio, we can find Ohio here and enter his Ohio license. Now, John Doe in his spare time likes to fly commercial drones for agriculture. He wants to show this off on his page, so he's going to go and instead of insurance, look for piloting and hit New. This adds a piloting license to his profile. Under Type, he's going to pick FAA Part 107 and put that license number in. Now, John Doe also has another license he wants to show off, but he can't find it anywhere in the officially supported. In that case, you can go ahead and add a custom license. When you hit New there, you'll see that this looks a little different. Here, we're able to add a name. Let's name it Custom License, and we can still enter the license like normal. Let's go ahead and hit Save Licenses and see what this looks like. As you can see, it automatically categorizes itself and alphabetizes itself after you save. But let's see what this looks like on John Doe's profile now. Now that's already looking a lot better from when we first started. As you can see, now we have a little strip here called My Licenses with all the licenses that we just put in. Our Arizona, FAA, and Ohio license have a Verify button by them because they were officially supported by Insurely. If we click one of these, let's say Arizona for example, it's going to take us straight to the website to validate that the Arizona license John Doe put in is real. This will help protect your clients from knowing that this number that you submitted is right without having to go through the trouble of figuring out what website to go to and how to verify that it's real. It's present right here on your page automatically. All right, so now that everything here is looking good, let's move on to partners. Partners is a great way to easily show off the people and companies that you work with. This is a great way to easily add credibility to yourself when new clients or new people are looking at your page. Let's go ahead and start with the Who You Work With box. I'm going to go ahead and hit this new button, and you can see that we can put the name or company and optionally a link. So I'll go ahead and fill this out real quick for John Doe. All right, and you can see that John Doe wants to show that he works with Jane Doe, who does not have a website, so no link is present, and Example Company Inc., and a link to that company's website. So now let's hit Save Partners and see what that looks like. And now you can see down here we have a little Who I Work With strip right under the licenses. We have Example Company Inc., where we can visit their website, and Jane Doe, who didn't have a website, so there's nothing to visit. Now let's go ahead and look at company logos. John Doe wants to show off that he works with Equus Financial, and he wants to show off their logo. So I'm going to go to this Choose a Logo dropdown. I'm going to look for Equus Financial and hit New. And just like that, we can see the Equus Financial logo shows up. And now if we look again at John Doe's profile and scroll down, we see Example Company Inc., we see Jane Doe, and we also see that Equus Financial company logo. And that is everything for setting up your page. Now let's say that John Doe has all the information, he likes everything that's in there, he just doesn't like the way this looks. In the next video, we'll be going over themes to show how with one click of a button, we can make this look completely different.